So we get a lot of questions about rootstock. What rootstock is, what rootstock will my tree be on? What rootstock is this yuzu on? Or what rootstock is Thomasville going to be on? Those kinds of questions. What are your thoughts on the rootstock, what rootstocks we use, kind of the why, and the reason why we don't typically specify pre-sale?
Okay, the reason for we don't specify is we use a wide range of rootstocks that are trifoliate and trifoliate hybrids. Uh, we use rootstocks that are good in our area. We get down to as low as 18 degrees at least every other year, sometimes a little bit lower than that. Sometimes we'll have a little bit milder winter. So we use a wide range from rich 16.6 rubido, 942, which are all considered semi-dwarf rootstocks. Then we use the dwarf rootstock Flying Dragon, which we have found out from recent studies that it's not as cold hardy as it was once touted to be. It's still relatively cold hardy, but not as cold hardy as it was thought to be. We use X639, which is a standard size rootstock, relatively cold hardy, salt tolerant. Use 812. A few other rootstocks from time to time. If seed are available or if cuttings are available. We mainly grow our rootstock from seed, but occasionally we grow rootstock from cuttings. But we don't use any of the rootstocks that are not cold hardy, such as rough lemon, because they don't do good in our area. So if you get trees from us, you can rest assured that it's on a cold tolerant rootstock, or as cold tolerant as possible, that will do good in a container or in your yard. If you're in an area that don't get colder than say 18 degrees occasionally. But regardless of your rootstock, you still have to protect them in the winter. You can't just plant them out there and forget them. We have a video on our website on how to prepare for cold weather. Any other questions?
Just if I wanted to know what my roots or what rootstock is my tree that I'm buying going to be on
Okay.
pre-sale.
We don't specify which one it's going to be, because when we're grafting, we might have one customer that specifies they wanted 3,000 on X639, and we might have some left over, which is as good a rootstock as you can get. We might do them on semi-dwarf. We might do them on standard. So unless you was growing a large grove, it really wouldn't make a difference. I can go look at a test grove, and it's hard to pick out which tree's on what rootstock unless I look at the label. The ones on a semi-dwarf rootstock in 8 years will be a foot shorter than the ones on a standard rootstock. But without the label there, I'm really not sure.
And really, whichever one, if you were to purchase a tree today, by the time we go pull it and ship it, it may be a different rootstock than what we look at physically today. So it might be a different tree.
Correct.
So that's part of the reason why.
We might be pulling from 3 different greenhouses or 3 different areas, all the same variety. So they might pull them on 942 one time, might pull them on rubido next time, might pull them on X639, might pull them on 802, 812. It just depends on where the trees look the best, because we're going to send the trees that look the best at the time.
And then once you get them, it will be on the tag. So if the customer does want to know, it is there. It's
Most of the time it's on the tag. Occasionally the guy that prints the tag forgets to put it on there. I'm not going to hold my hand up, admit it, but I try.
perfect. I appreciate it. And hopefully that answers some of the questions that people have about rootstock.
Maybe so. Thank you.